Several new additions for Capital Maroons kept Dunbeholden at bay in Sunday's Matchweek 12 doubleheader opener at Drats Hall in St. Anne, Jamaica. Mount Pleasant left it late against Humble Lion. Javante Stewart, their leading goal scorer, was the difference maker with his 10th of the season. Cavalier, 2-0 winners over Molynes United. Perfect start and debut for Shea Smith, scoring the lone goal of the contest for his new club Arnett Gardens to snatch victory over defending champions Harbourview. Welcome to JPL in the 30, the highlight show for the Jamaica Premier League. After being fined for not showing up at their last fixture, Capital Maroons returned to the Jamaica Premier League to face last season's beaten finalists, Dunbeholden. With all the firepower up front, Dunbeholden were unable to penetrate the defense of the team from Clarendon, and at the end of 90 minutes, it ended as a goalless draw. Here are the highlights. Donald Oliver and Dwight Jeremiah provided commentary.
Damien Hart starts in goal for Dunbeholden. They have a back four: Chevon James, Zakia Wilkes, Chevon Watkin and Ricardo Thomas. They've been doing well in recent times. Tyrese Gow on the left, Nicoy Christian on the right-hand side of the midfield. In the middle, Shaquille Powell and Fabian McCarthy behind the duo, DeAndre Thomas and Peter McGregor. Hold firm because you're going to see a few new names here, but Mikael Harrison has made the trek across from Humble Lion to be in goal for Capital Maroons. They have a back four of Shane Watson, Ronaldo Christian, Asani Ricketts and Jamari Howell. In the middle of the park, as I mentioned before, the experienced Evan Taylor, he's going to be needed there alongside Malik Stevens and Ray Campbell, Javel Ellis, Aaron Elliott and Alex Gale, the front three. And let's just say that we expect the highlights to be brief, as Evan Taylor with the effort from his free kick. No issues there for Damien Hyatt. And then that one was skewed wide by the youngster, Gao. Aaron Elliott on the ball, sends it out wide, and then the shot was blocked there by Chevon James. Ray Campbell was in the thick of things for Capital Maroons. Then coming together, that's saw Mikael Harrison being injured. They wanted a penalty, you know, but the injury overshadowed everything else. This effort was dragged wide. And Gale sending that one inside was a dangerous looking ball, you know, but Chevon Watkin on the line did really well to put that over the bar. And then this header was nodded down by Ray Campbell. He had a decent outing as well. Was always a threat when he was on the park, Ray Campbell. And Chevon James touching that one inside, and then the resulting effort from Peter McGregor was blocked by Howell. That was a close call there for Capital Maroons, but they still managed to hold on. Dunbeholden did have the majority of chances in this one. DeAndre Thomas fighting there, and then the end shot over the top. Ron Brown there could not keep that one on target.
How does it feel to take the step up from Major League into the Premier League?
It's a wonderful feeling, you know. My first year, so I just focus and put my mind to it.
In terms of your physical condition, it seems like you were spent towards the end of the game, like you got a bit tired.
Yeah, so I just push myself to the limit, because we're not come here to lose today, we come to fight as a team. You get me?
An opportunity missed, you would say?
I mean, yeah, big one loss. I think we were a bit lazy today in terms of not moving, and we could have moved some more ends. You know, we really paid the price for that.
So in terms of the Maroons, what you've seen from them today, what trouble did they give you?
I mean, they sat behind the ball and they blocked up, and it was a low block pretty much. But we could have been a little bit more creative inside the final third, and we weren't. We scuffed a couple of chances. I think missed some easy ones. I personally thought 1 and 2 calls could have gone our way. I think we got a close penalty. I think it was a clear penalty. But I mean, that's football.
What do you make of your team's performance?
I mean, it was a good performance. It was a gutsy one. Given to that, we have about 4 or 5 players playing together with the other team, with the other players for the first time. You know, hats off to them.
But when you look back at the game, in your head now, playing it quickly, you got a point, but would you feel too that there's an opportunity miss here that you could have gotten all 3?
Yeah, opportunity was there. Opportunity was there. But as I said before, they are playing together for the first time in our match condition, so I have to give and take.
It was a battle between first and third place in the second encounter of Sunday's doubleheader. Both Mount Pleasant and Molynes were at each other from the whistle. And in stoppage time, Trevante Stewart made it clear why he is the joint top goal scorer this season, instinctively poaching in the Molynes 6-yard box, finding a dagger from a Demario Phillips corner kick to seal victory at the death in stoppage time. Here are the highlights. Donald Oliver and Dwight Jeremiah provided commentary.
Let's take a look at the start lineup for Mount Pleasant. They'll go into a 4-4-2 formation. Tafari Chambers in goal, Kimani Campbell, Jamoy Topi, Shaquille Dyer, and Sule McCullough, the back four. In the middle of the park, Demario Phillips, Alwyn Harvey, Ricardo Morris, and Kimon Bailey. And then up top, Trevante Stewart, Atafurai Bygrave. For Humberline, Prince Daniel Smith is in goal. He may have a lot of work to do this afternoon. Keneal Hyde, Rico Edwards, Afiba Chambers, and Xavier Virgo. The back four. In the middle of the park, Dasha Satchwell, Shamari Dallas, and Raylan Paisley. Up top, Lorenzo Lewin, Andre Clennon, and Levon Williams. It was a battle between first and third. And Humberline, they really came out to play. Dallas hitting that one on the bounce. Should have hit the target, I felt, wide of the mark. And he was disappointed in the end. Mount Pleasant, they had a couple of nibbles at goal. Demario Phillips dragging that one wide of the mark. Stewart trying to get by goalkeeper Prince Daniel Smith. I believe he was going to go wide of the mark anyway, but Smith got a foot out, stopping the chance. Lewin, active. That shot needed a little bit more power though. Virgo swinging that one inside. Chambers with the punch. Paisley. His shot was blocked. Then Chambers coming out, denying Lewin. Then needed treatment from line. Well, a red card, a straight red card for Topi, Jamoy Topi. And Humberline had the man advantage after this incident. And wonderfully done inside. Decided to go for Glory himself. Keyshawn Smalling. And then ball delivered inside. A wonderful header by Trevante Stewart. Nodding into the ground and then to the left of Prince Daniel Smith. No one on the far post. And Stewart, with his 10th goal this season, the difference maker again for Mount Pleasant. And then the last big opportunity. Wonderful effort from Mount Pleasant's number 9. So close to burying it. And Stewart with an MVP performance in the end.
Come in this game with a lot of confidence today because Humberline been a team I never score against. So I come in again, I push my mindset I have to score this game because my team needs me.
Yeah, you came into this game with a lot of clean sheets and third position, but again, just 11 goals in, or 12 goals in 11 games. Was that the Achilles heel today?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I thought we got some opportunities, especially when we had the numerical advantage. We got a couple chances where we should have put away this game a long time ago. And to concede a goal like that in the last minute of play is just inexcusable. There's no way that you can have the centre forward jumping and we have 5 players surrounding him and he gets a flick on. So I'm very disappointed. I think we gave away 3 points today because I think we had the opportunity to take all 3. I think we played well, but you know, you have to close out the deal and we didn't close it out today.
I know you must be satisfied with the result, but what of the performance?
Well, it wasn't the sort of performance that we expected. I think the Humberline team made it difficult for us this afternoon, especially in the first half. We made a few adjustments which paid dividends for us in moving, especially when we went down to 10 men. We have to go to 2 banks of 4 and pull out a Bygrave and put Stewart up in and it paid off for us. But overall, I think the guys show character. They deserve the 3 points this afternoon.
This is highlights from match week 12. We take our first break. JPL in 30. We will be right back. Welcome back to JPL in 30 with highlights from match week 12. Cavalier and Molynes United opened Monday's doubleheader at the Ashenheim Stadium in St. Andrew, Jamaica. Chanel Thomas opened up his account with a silky finish to give Cavalier the lead, and then Colin Anderson would join Trevante Stewart atop of the goal-scoring charts after scoring the second goal of the match, putting the contest to bed and adding 3 more points to their title chase. Here are the highlights. Donald Oliver, Chris Taylor, they're in the commentary box.
Let's take a look at their starting lineup. The aforementioned Harrison, the captain, between the sticks. A back four of Javon Brown, Rashawn Plummer, Janoy Williams, and Tyrese Winter. In the middle of the park, Tyreek Wilson, Jeremy Nelson, and Shamario Dennis. Up top, Nicholas Nelson, Rashawn Livingston, and Jason Wright, their top scorer, with 4 goals. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for Cavalier. Vino Bartlett, still between the sticks. The back 3 of Giovanni Leng, Richard King, and Kyle Ming, very much consistent. Christopher Ainsworth on the left, Brian Elshert on the right. In the middle of the park, Nicoshe Murray and Dwayne Allen. Up top, Atkinson, Thomas, and Anderson. As we take a look at the highlights in this one, Cavalier with the majority of possession in that first half, but this kick almost proved fruitful for Nelson. That's Nicholas Nelson, who was hoping to open his account. Anderson was in the thick of things, heading that one onto the crossbar. Some really good work catching Harrison in no man's land. That was a wonderful ball from Nicoshe Murray, and finding Anderson, who, well, he found the bar. Jason Wright, I thought, was really good. A wonderful flick to Tyreek Wilson, who cracked that one onto the crossbar. And that was the closest Molynes United came to scoring. This one was nodded away by Leng. And then the header easily handled by Vino Bartlett, who was a little bit shaky between the sticks, but he survived in the end. This effort driven wide. Molynes United really played some ball right across the face of goal, and Ming had to put that one behind. And then this one delivered inside, and that's the opening goal. Wonderfully done by Chanel Thomas, opening his account. Nice flick there at the near post. And Cavalier were in front. Made it look so easy. Chanel Thomas. And then this delivery. A little bit disappointed with the end result. Dwayne Atkinson, he worked hard in this game. Here's Livingston sending this one inside. At the back post was Jeremy Nelson. How did he miss that one? We won't know. Atkinson doing well, deciding to go for glory himself, found the side netting, fooled a couple of us in the process. And then as the space opened up, this one was easy for Colin Anderson to get his 10th goal this season. Atkinson with the assist, Anderson with the finish. Joint leading scorer in the Jamaica Premier League, Colin Anderson. Wonderful stuff.
A very good, solid defensive display from you, epitomized by that block you made in your midrib. You were solid and big throughout the game. Being in the right place at the right time, is that something you work on, and it just come natural for you?
Well, you know, we always work on that in changing. So when we come in the game, we just get in the right position and execute properly.
One of the most outstanding play you had in this one was when, at the far post, I think Nicholas Nelson was sneaking in on your blind side, and you were quite alert to get that one away. How difficult was it for you today to try and keep Molynes off the score sheet?
Well, it was really difficult. You just have to always aware of the surroundings and just clear the ball whenever you need to.
You started brightly, but I felt you were let down on that first goal in terms of the defending in the box, more so with Plummer's movement on it. How do you feel about it?
We play a good first half. That goal is just lots of concentration, and as a team and a whole, we have to keep our concentration level up because as Cavaliers, good performing very well, and we have to always have our P's and our Q's.
That's the 19th goal you've conceded this season. That's just a whole lot, and for a man who has done well as a defender as well. I mean, how do you get this team now to go forward, building from the back?
We have to just keep working, keep fixing the team going along. We have Portmore next game, and we have to just keep working, and find the best combination possible.
Well, what do you make of your team performance?
Oh, well, I think because of the return of some new players that we're introducing, there was a little bit of confusion if we wanted to play like how we played this year or wanted to play like how we played last year. But once we settled that half-time, we were good.
So you're saying first half you were caught between?
Yeah, because the players who didn't play for us this year, they were playing last year, and the rest of the players was playing what we played this year, which is very different. And so once we settled that argument half-time, we were good. We were able to win the game.
Arnett Gardens featured in the final fixture of Matchweek 12. The Junglists were up against the Stars of the East, Harbourview. It was an exciting game, but only had one goal in it. Shea Smith, the newest signing to the Arnett Gardens squad, would break the deadlock in the 69th minute. Fabian Reed, known for his goal-scoring prowess, turns provider, and Smith showcased delightful skill to find the back of the net. Here are the highlights. Donald Oliver and Dwight Jeremiah were in the commentary box.
Anthony Bennett in goal, Timar Lewis, Romain Breckenridge, Johnny Talbot, Ryan Wellington and Shane Staple will form the back line. Jashawn Anglin, Kasim Priestley, Sean Daly in the middle of the park, and the Colorado Murray will pair with Nicholas Hamilton up top. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for Arnett Gardens with Asher Hutchinson in goal, Philander Wing, Joel Cunningham, Earl Simpson and Rashawn Amos the back four, Romeo Guthrie, Jamar Purcell and Juma Johnson in the middle of the park. Up top, Marlon Allen, Fabian Reed and Shea Smith. Let's take a look at the action, so to speak, in this game. Hamilton on the left, trying to tee it up for Jashawn Anglin. And then this controversial moment, the goal kick coming off Talbot, but the referee wasn't ready, in fact. She was talking to a couple of players in the center circle when that was being done. That was another opportunity. And here's Timar Lewis trying to drive that one through. It was charged down. Lewis is scoring a kick inside, the header well wide of the mark from Talbot. And then Anglin with the free kick, driven wide. This ball sent inside. Simpson with the kick first and then the header. And then we saw a number of long throws. This one didn't get a touch. All it needed was a touch. Bounced over the crossbar. And then Smith cutting inside and slotting home. That was a good goal in the 69th minute there for Arnett Gardens number 11. Showed real composure and a wonderful finish as well. The only goal in the contest. Arnett Gardens now causing Harbourview to try and come out and play, and they had their moments. Hutchinson did well there to gather at the feet of Jamon Shepherd, but that pretty much was that for this one.
Good performance from you. What a way to make your debut for this team.
Well, for me, it's tremendous because it's been a while since I've not been out there on the pitch. So for me, it was excellent.
Tell me about the goal. It seemed as if when you cut inside, you opened your body as if you were going for the far post and then went for the near post. Was that what happened?
Yeah, exactly. That was what happened. But the thing is that while I see the option for far post, I see that the keeper was heading that side, and it was like traffic there. So I have to change my mind as quickly as possible and then go near post.
0 shots on target from your team all night long. It was a type
0
of
shots on
performance.
target and many opportunities created, and we're still not converting, and that is my disgust right now. You understand? I don't think I deserve to leave this game without a point. I thought it was an even game. We made an error at the back, but prior to that, we had multiple opportunities to convert. Yes, I agree with you, no shots on target, but I'm very, very upset about it. I did not deserve to lose this game.
Didn't deserve to lose it, and as you rightfully say...
And I didn't deserve to win either.
Exactly.
But you understand, because I didn't do enough.
The overall play, what do you make of it?
Listen, gentlemen. I'm going to have to do what I have to do, because it is very obvious that goal scoring is a problem with me right now.
So what
and
is
I'm not going to stand
what is it
for
that
it.
you have to do?
No, you will see. I will be doing what I'll be doing. Have a good day.
Coach Davis, yet you walk away with the win. That's the perfect result you wanted, but far from the perfect performance you wanted.
There's no perfect performance, you know. Once you win game. All these people say it ugly win better than a race. From you win the game, you win the game.
So
yeah, and I see football like that, you know. You know, there's no perfect football.
But it was scrappy, you feel?
I don't feel like it was scrappy. This game was a nice pace of game, 2 teams back and forth, you know. And we wanted it more. I think we wanted it more than them because we lost against Dunbeholden, we drew against Portland. So we needed this win. And they were the guys who looked at us from the semi-final last season. So we came back with that, you know. So that was the thing that motivated them to play today, you know.
That's all we have for you this week. This has been JPL in 30 on CVM TV and your home of champions, SportsMax. Tune in next week for Matchweek 13 highlights of the Jamaica Premier League, powered by Digicel.